Hello, hello. This is Tuesday, September 2nd, 7:08 a.m. Central Time, just coming off the long weekend. And so we're just going to check the charts here and see what's going on. First observation is it looks like we had a nice little continued having our little sell off here. Well, not little, but sell off here on the NQs. Broke all the lows of last week. And so next obvious support level is 2300s, 2300s area. This is where we launched up and kind of pushed up from to make new all-time highs, and then we kind of defended that area and then pushed back up, and now we're falling back down. So that is something to look out for. Zooming out again, price is still super up, but we are kind of leveling out here. And if you zoom out even more, it's like, well, this 22 400s to 22 300s is, I think, if you're short bias and you want price to go down, like that's where you're looking for. It's such an obvious level. And I think everybody, if you're expecting price to go down, that's where you're looking. It looks the same on like Nvidia, and I think Nvidia looks pretty much exactly the same. Um, and so that'll be something to keep an eye on. So we'll see. When we look at the ES, very similar, very similar view. ES also broke all of last week's lows as well. For the Russell, so we only broke the lows of Wednesday, so Tuesday held. So it still has a higher low on the weekly. Same thing with the Dow. So we got the ES and NQ leading us down. So that is interesting. VIX had a nice spike up. Um, Dollar, nice spike up, but it's still within this kind of sideways action. The VIX kind of, I mean, it's not a traditional ticker, but it's kind of breaking out. And we have Treasury, which is kind of hanging out here, so nothing noteworthy. It's kind of hanging out at this level here. And I guess in the XLK, we are going to gap down. It looks to be pretty much in line with the Qs. So we'll just have to see how this 255 area, 255, 257 kind of reacts. I think I'm gonna put an alert there because I want to watch that. If we sweep that low, see what we do after that. And so that's what things look like on the indexes. Yeah, let's save this. All right, so we have. Okay, why is my charts being weird here? Okay, that was odd. Also, I don't know why my background is a weird color, so I need to. This is going to bother me really quick. Yeah, it should all be black. They're all black. I know what. This one's not black. That's why. There you go. I knew something felt off. Okay, so um, now my computer seems to be slowing down a bit. Yeah, so I'm still on my old laptop. I haven't set up the new one, although I did get it. And so just kept trying to see what's going on there. But on the daily, so on the daily for Apple, we were pushing up pre-market. I mean, like we broke the low of, we're going to open below Friday, but we're still above Thursday. So we'll see how that plays out. Um, Microsoft looks like we are going to open below Thursday. So it looks a little bit, I mean, it could go either way, but it looks a little bit weak to me. Amazon, oof, yeah, broke all that momentum, broke all last week. So here is kind of, if it breaks past this 223 level. If this doesn't hold, then we'll see what happens. Google, I mean, at least Thursday is holding on pre-market, so we'll see. It's still pretty strong. Meta, we closed the gap. Looks like we closed the gap. Missed it already. Yeah, that would have been good. Would have been a good trade last week to close that gap, and you would have been already in the profits there. But so we'll see now what Meta does now that we've actually closed the gap. We're probably going to open around there. Um, and Nvidia is opening towards the lows here, so this will be interesting. I'm going to put an alert here. See, we had some dark pool levels. Now we're pushing down. I want to see if we break this low of last Tuesday. If we do that, I feel like that may lead us down. Um, and again, obvious levels, right? Obvious levels, the 150s. So we'll see what happens. But again, I mean, could always get faked out. Like it looks like, oh, we're going to go down, and then buyers will just step in and buy us up. That's one thing to kind of keep in mind. But we do have the rate cuts and everything happening next week. And so, maybe we're preparing for that. Maybe everything's priced in and we're kind of going back. We're going to go back to a discounted price and then we can go back up once the rate cuts come in. Let's see. Tesla, yeah, kind of yeah, broke all the lows of last week. And the Q is obviously looking like the NQ. So there's that. So save this. And let's see, if we look at my trading chart. So I marked all the key levels for my Sunday prep, so I won't go through all that. And I am watching this dark pool level here, but if we look at electronic trading hours, we're just going down, down, down. So beautiful. Yeah, and so I was looking at this earlier, but my thought process right now is, this obvious breakdown level, if we can make it back up here, here or here, like looking for shorts. If we can get here and hold this 23,100, may look for longs. Um, yeah, I guess we'll just see what the morning brings. This is interesting as well, so I'll put that there. Save that. Yeah, just down, down. I mean, shorting pops. I mean, I would really like a short back up to this previous 4-hour low here. This 23,267. If we can get up there and open, hang out, and try to attempt, and then we fail, I would ride it and then see if we can get back down to the pre-market lows and even to this key level. If we can open near this key level or even flush down and then kind of base, go back up. But it looks like we will. How far down are we going to open? 300 points. I mean, I feel like maybe we push up. We could push up in the morning right away. That's also a thing, at least for like a nice, 50 points or something. So I'll be open to that. But I think, it really just depends how the next hour kind of shakes out. And so we'll be looking at that. But I really like here. Yeah, this 23268 for a short. If we can get back up there, if we can get back down here and we base, I would have to wait for us to base first. Would definitely look for the long, but I'm also open for us just to shoot straight up at the open, because that seems to happen sometimes. So we will see. So yeah, definitely this level for short. If I mean, if it gets there, I'm not going to short right away. Look for the confirmation, but I'll be keeping an eye for the short. But obviously, we can get all the way up to here, and knowing the NQ, you could get all the way up to previous day low. It's very possible, and so there's a lot of upside before we go down. I think. Um, I don't know that we will sell off harder in the morning, but I will be open to that. So we'll just see. Just got to follow what price is doing. So we'll save that. And let's see what's on the docket this morning. We have some PMI flash a little bit after the open, and then manufacturing. So, we'll be nimble and just kind of not try to stay too long. If I get into a trade, like if I see something with like high volatility moves like at the open, I just know that, hey, like it can't last more than 5-10 minutes. You have to get out, and then probably just kind of not do anything between 8:45 and 9 central, and just let that shake out, and then just come back and see what how things work. And I guess there's an announcement in the afternoon from Russia. I mean, not Russia, from Trump. And then I guess there is some stuff with Russia happening. I'm not really paying too much attention to that. And then asking Grok what folks are saying. So I guess there's outflow on big names like Nvidia and Baba. Interesting. Yeah. Overall vibe is cautiously bearish for the downside bias. I mean, yeah, that is what is happening. So it seems like that's what people are saying as well. Um, Choppy action. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much what we're saying here. So that should be okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll just see. It's the first day coming off of a long weekend. Got some news and stuff happening on a gap down. So I won't rush in, and just be mindful of the releases that are happening right after the open, and we'll just see how we do. But yeah, if we can push back up, I think it would be really good shorts if we can base for a while. Maybe there's a long, like at the nine, at the after the first hour candle closes. Maybe there's a long, but we'll see. All right, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it for me. Good luck, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.